Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
Let me tell you about this thing of ours.
Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirty and greedy. Beat down, isn't it a pity? Doesn't seem to be a shadow in the city.
It's a New York thing. In the summer, in the city. The Subway Series is our thing.
It's a New York thing. It's a New York thing.
It's a New York thing.
In New York, we're passionate about a lot of things. Who's got the best food? The best culture? And of course, the best fans.
In the summer, in the city, in the summer, in the city.
Your fandom is your family, and your family is who you can depend on. Which borough holds your allegiance? Whose heroes go hardest battling for bragging rights? That's a New York thing. That's a New York thing. That's a New York thing.
That night is a different world.
It's the star power right here.
Hey, it's a New York thing.
See ya. Soto keeps doing it.
It's a New York thing.
Stars are going to shine.
There's no crowd like New York City.
See ya. What a shot. It's a wonderful thing. You know what I mean?
So whether your loyalty lies in Queens or here in the Bronx, the love for your team, the love for your family runs deep. And that's a beautiful thing. It's the Subway Series, and that, my friends, is a New York thing.
Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirty and greedy. Beat down, isn't it a pity? Doesn't seem to be a shadow.
The Subway pulling into the Yankee Stadium stop. It's a New York thing, the Subway Series. Fans filing into Yankee Stadium. How about this filing in? Two of the best players in baseball coming in together. Juan Soto and Aaron Judge ready for Subway Series Part 2. And it is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the New York Mets in Game 1 of a 2-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Louis Heal's going to get the start for the Yankees. Last 2 starts, he's gotten back to what he was at the beginning of the year with a 1.42 ERA. Strong starts against the Red Sox and the Orioles. And how about this guy? Juan Soto had an unbelievable 4 games against Tampa Bay. In fact, his last 9 games, he's hitting .475, 11 extra base hits, and 8 runs batted in with a sparkling OPS of 1.487. Settle in. This should be great. When we come back, Meredith Barakovitz sits down with Juan Soto about the Subway Series next on Yes.
Big season.
It is time for baseball here in New York.
Giants fans, we have a very special ceremony for you.
And let's do it here in the Bronx. Swing and a miss. Got him. There it goes. His 3rd home run. My, oh my. What a day for the rookie.
A big thank you to the great New York fans.
A bullet home run. Number 32 for Judge.
Once a Giant, always a Giant. I'm glad I'm only a Giant.
May I have this dance?
I thought you'd never ask.
Your stomach and brain together at last. When delicious meets nutritious, it's all kinds of good.
The new era of business is here. Use generative AI on AWS to optimize production and scale your business from local to global. With generative AI on AWS, businesses can push the boundaries of innovation.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Deep dishes for tourists. Tavern-style pizza is our thing. You just had to tell America about our thin, crispy crust. Try any of our large Chicago Tavern-style recipes for just $12 each. Sorry, Chicago. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Make sure you're searching this collection, and with simple keywords, you can find what you're looking for. Visit loc.gov/vets today.
Both Yankees and Mets fans are filing into the stadium, each side looking for bragging rights tonight as the Subway Series rolls on here in the Bronx. Game one of the quick two-game set coming your way on Yes in just a few minutes. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovitz. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better 2-3 combo in the league than Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. So far this season, they've combined to hit 60 home runs. They're both batting above 300 on the year. And earlier, I had Soto on BP All Access to ask him about his relationship with the captain.
We're actually trying to help each other out. We really try to focus in the game, trying to do things together. You know, like we talked about the other day that we wanted to do the handshake a couple times in the game, and we get it done. We accomplish it, and it's just great. It's just great. I don't think it's too much competition. It's more like what we can do together to push through the game.
Both Soto and Judge are, of course, in tonight's lineup, but there is a little bit of a different look at the top of the order. It's going to be Jahmai Jones leading off and DHing. Also noteworthy, Carlos Narvaez is making his first big league start. He'll catch Luis Gil, who's on the mound for the Bronx Bombers. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by David Cohn and Paul O'Neill. First pitch coming your way after the break.
It is time.
What if finding a new job wasn't such a leap of faith?
I don't think I'm right for this. I said I don't think I'm right for the job.
You're perfect for it!
What if you knew you'd be paid fairly?
Check this out.
Because you could literally see what the job pays. What if your schedule worked for you, and her, and them? And what if the promise of better work
No way!
was something that found us?
I got the interview.
3 roommates. 2 packs of Ben's Original Jasmine Rice. 1, 2, 3 social feeds. 3 real-life BFFs. We're all original recipes.
Summer night here in New York City, so the 2 New York teams decided to have a baseball game in front of about 50,000 people. The place will be jammed with both Yankee and Met fans. Luis Gil is taking his warm-ups, trying to have his 3rd good start in a row after a couple of rough ones, and he has pitched very, very well of late, as we told you moments ago with the stats in his previous 2 starts. So let's take a look at the starting lineup he's going to face for the Mets, brought to you by TikTok. Lindor, Nimmo, and Martinez at the top of the order. The middle third of the order, Pete Alonso, Mark Vientos, and Jeff McNeil, who's found his power stroke. And then the bottom third of the order, former Yankee farmhand Luis Torrens, Tyrone Taylor in right field, and then Harrison Bader, former Yankee, kid from Horace Mann in the Bronx, so play center field. He's going to bat 9th. These are the numbers on Gil. This is his 20th start, 10-5, with a 3.17 ERA.
He's noticed the strikeouts really good. In our Nissan pitcher scouting report, back on track. Michael mentioned his last 2 have been good. He's on 9 days rest today. Get a grip. His new grip on his slider has been tremendous. Doubled his usage. It's been very effective. And rookie race, he's right there in the rookie race in terms of leading overall rankings in WAR. He's number 1 in that category.
With a 2.15 wins above replacement. So the Mets took the first 2 games of the 4-game Subway Series in Queens, and now these 2 here in the Bronx as the Yankees try to even it up. Lindor is ready, Gil is ready, and let's do it in the Bronx. First pitch up and away, and we are underway. John Bacon is the home plate umpire, Andy Fletcher at first, Jensen Visconti at second, and Mike Molinsky is over at third. Yankees just split 4 games against Tampa Bay here at Yankee Stadium. The Mets got back from South Florida yesterday. They took 2 out of 4 against the Marlins. In fact, they got back earlier today. Trouble with their flight. They landed at 5:15 or got back to Citi Field at 5:15, so they might be dragging a little bit.
Nothing new for the 86 Mets. That was a normal night.
Whether it was a flight or a game, right?
3-1 on Lindor. As a Met against the Yankees, Lindor's played very well. 20 for 59, that's .339. And the Mets season kind of turned around when they bumped Lindor up to the leadoff spot. He took off, and the Mets took off. It was Met manager Carlos Mendoza, longtime Yankee, 4 years as the bench coach for Aaron Boone. And the 3-2. Mets started the season 12-8 the first 20 games. Then they were 10-25 in the next 35. That's the worst mark in baseball over that time. But in the last 44 games, 29-15. That's the best mark in baseball during that time. And they've thrust themselves into the playoff race. In fact, right now they hold the third wild card spot in the National League.
Well, at the beginning of the season, you never thought you'd say that the Mets are in the playoff race, huh?
3-2. Swing and a miss. Lindor down on strikes. Good slider by Heel. Let's check out the defense for the Yankees, presented by Defender. Verdugo's in left, Judge in center, and Soto over and right. In the infield, third to first will go LeMahieu, Volpe, Torres, and J.D. Davis with the start. He'll also have that cleanup. And Carlos Narvaez making his first big league start behind the plate.
You can see the grip, and what a great shot there, the spin on that renewed slider from Luis Gil. He's like a kid at Christmas, found a new toy.
It's amazing to me, Coney, because on your scouting report, I thought, wow, I want to see the slider. Well, he got behind 2-0 and went to the slider in four out of the next 5 pitches and ended up getting a strikeout. So you talked about he found confidence. You learn a new pitch, but to know that you can throw it behind in the count, boy, that's important.
It's that two-seam oriented slider. The seams are oriented to give him sort of the seam-shifted wake, which is a new concept, but they tweaked his grip, and it has just been fantastic for him. And not only the way the ball's moving, it's his confidence in that pitch as well, the conviction behind it.
Popped up left side, LeMahieu back, and foul territory puts it away, 2 down. All right, it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Wow, this is a different team that the Yankees saw last time. Last time the Mets were on fire. They swept the Yankees 21 runs in 2 games. They were just playing at their best. Shake it up. You got Jahmai Jones, J.D. Davis, Carlos Narvaez, all starting tonight against the lefties. So a little different lineup, and 2 in a row. This is amazing to me, an amazing stat. Since June 13th, the Yankees have only won consecutive games once, and that was in the Baltimore series before the All-Star break. So that has got to change. They got to get on a roll here soon.
2-0 on J.D. Last 20 games, J.D. Martinez coming down to earth. He's a very good hitter, but he's 14 for 72 over that time. That's 194, slugging at 275. Couldn't hold up.
Again, 2-0, you go to the slider, Coney, and get a strike. It's amazing to me that, you can pitch your whole life, and all of a sudden you just change your grip a little bit, and it's like a light bulb goes off.
It's very rare that you'll see a pitcher on this level, on the major league level, gain this much confidence on this pitch after having almost rarely used it the first several starts to now being the go-to pitch.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just underway here in the Bronx. Yankees and the Mets. And the pitch. Way outside. Pete Alonso on deck. And the 3-2. Strike 3. With a slider on the outside corner, Martinez down looking. Heel retires the Mets in order, and the Yankees coming to bat.
this summer. Experience the next frontier in footlong snacking. Introducing new $3 footlong dippers. Chicken and cheese, pepperoni and cheese, and double cheese. All with your choice of dipping sauce. The world might not be ready for them.
But at $3 a pop, your wallet definitely is. Find the dip that hits at Subway today.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless...
Why take less when you can get a beefy 5-layer burrito, a Chalupa Supreme, a double stacked taco, and a drink for just $7? It's Lux.
All right, let's check out the Yankees starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. And it's a different lineup. Jahmai Jones will DH and lead off. Juan Soto on right. Aaron Judge in center. Middle third of the order. The first baseman is J.D. Davis cleaning up. Anthony Volpe bats fifth. Gleyber Torres sixth. In the bottom third of the order, Alex Verdugo, Carlos Narvaez, and DJ LeMahieu. They'll face Jose Quintana. His 20th start, 4-6, 4.13.
And let's check out the Nissan pitcher scout report, and he is a crafty lefty. He throws 5 different pitches, none higher than 91 miles an hour, and seeing red. Batters slugging .526 against his fastballs, sinkers, and four-seamers. And the Yankees slug a major league best against those fastballs. So something's got to give tonight. And the rotation stabilizer, every major league team needs a guy like this. That's league average-ish, but can eat up innings and be durable.
So here's Jahmai Jones. Yankees trying to get as many righties into the lineup against the lefty Quintana. Jones has not played all that much this year. Aaron Boone said he likes the at-bats that he gets from him when he does play. 1-1. Grounded softly to third. Vientos gets the speedy Jones for out number 1. Let's check out the Mets defense presented by Defender. Nimmo, Bader, and Taylor left to right in the outfield. Infield, we just saw Vientos at third. You've got Lindor at short, Jeff McNeil at second, Pete Alonso over first. Luis Torrens came out of the Yankee farm system, catches Quintana with J.D. Martinez at DH.
The Yankees have ex-catchers everywhere, playing pretty well too.
Yeah, they've had a kind of a glut of catchers, and all the way back to Murphy. When Murphy was here, I thought he was going to be a star, and then he went to Minnesota and really never heard much from him. But boy, they have had some catchers.
Yeah, Higgie's doing pretty good in San Diego.
Ben Rortvedt.
Rortvedt has made a name in Tampa.
The 0-1 to Soto. 1-1. Soto had, what a series against Tampa Bay. Paul and I were here 11 for 18, and you were surprised when he made out.
Yeah, I mean, even some of the outs were bullets to the right side, but he used the whole field, wore out the left field gap, and then yesterday wore out the seats in right field.
1-2. Now he calls time.
I like the way the Yankees handled the whole Jose Siri thing and his home run trot, and rather than start drilling guys, right?
Yeah,
okay, Soto's going to do the same thing, right? Send a message.
From a player's standpoint, it's much easier to show somebody up running the bases and then take one in the ribs.
And
2-2.
And guys, I love Soto's response when he was asked about it in the clubhouse. He said, hot day, long game, just trying to save the hamstrings a little bit. That's why it took me 37 seconds to get around the bases.
Still 2-2. Well, here are the Soto blasts.
One of your best calls of all time, Michael. You had about 3 minutes before it hit the seats, huh? And then an absolute rocket line drive. 2 fastballs right there, Coney, that didn't come back.
2-2. Grounded to first. Alonso steps on the bag for the second out.
I mean, this is what Quintana does. He messes up with your changeups. You seldom see Juan Soto get out in front that much. But that is his whole thing on pitching. You know, a little bit of here, a little bit of there. Change, you know, speeds on a lot of things. It's very hard to look for the same pitch and the same count.
Here's Aaron Judge. The veteran Quintana rocks and deals. 1-0. Quintana was the opening day starter for the Mets. Had a 5.29 ERA in the middle of June, but he's at 2.00 over his last 6 starts. 2-1. Three and one on Judge. Now, J.D. Davis, from what he's done this year, not providing that much protection or fear for the Mets, so why give Judge anything to hit here? We'll see if they do. Away, 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 and Judge works a walk, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, J.D. Davis.
Aaron Judge bringing the bat down, but the ball was just released. No one knows he's not going to get anything to really drive. You know, why would you with his numbers?
J.D. Davis has not played in forever. He was on the IL with the flu. That's retroactive to July 9th. Pitch inside at 1-0. Ben Rice has been playing first base every day, and a little bit of a slump now, 4 for 44. So they sit the lefty Rice against the lefty Quintana and start Davis at first base. Check out John Bacon. He's hitter friendly, 6 big league season, and he calls fewer outside strikes. Although J.D. Martinez would argue that.
What's your favorite umpire there, Michael, by far, right?
Oh, love Bacon.
Making bacon if you're a hitter.
One. 1-2. Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 76, it feels like 81. Slight chance of rain, humidity 77%. The wind is blowing from left field to right field.
I'm glad to see that. Only 10%, Michael. I came to the ballpark thinking this could be a little bit iffy, huh?
Yeah, you had a little raincoat on. I was surprised. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the curve. Davis down on strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left. We go to the second.
Come together with Unity by Hard Rock, and yes, enter to win an unforgettable trip to spring training, including a meet and greet with Yes announcers.
Oh, yes!
One grand prize winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, 4 nights at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, plus a $500 resort credit towards entertainment, dining, and more. 1,500 entrants will score a free 1-month subscription to the Yes app. To enter, sign up for a Unity by Hard Rock account and join the global loyalty program to earn rewards all over the world.
Why take less when you can get a beefy 5-layer burrito, a chalupa supreme, a double-stacked taco, and a drink for just $7? It's Lux for less. Introducing the $7 Lux Cravings Box, only at Taco Bell.
Amazon has low prices on everything kids need, like a 5th new water bottle.
Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. You can catch an upcoming Yankees game from the best seats in the house. Just opt into the $5 front rows promo and bet a $5 same-game parlay on any MLB game to be entered into a drawing to win 2 front row seats to a Yankees game. Restrictions may apply. Must be the front row. Here's Pete Alonso. And there's a strike. Last time Hill faced the Mets at Citi Field, he got roughed up. And there was some concern, had he hit a wall? Because such a tremendous start for him, but, the last 2 starts would indicate he has not hit a wall, and now, today, working on 9 days rest.
Yeah, the Yankees pitching development from Nap Lake on down deserves a lot of credit for bringing Luis Gil along and teaching him, coaching him up on that new slider grip.
That one is ripped into center field. Judge will put it away.
I just wonder, Coney, you don't need that good a slider in the minor leagues, or if it's just something that he had really never developed, but in the major leagues you need more than a good fastball.
Absolutely, and it was starting to show up, and it really showed up against the Mets that night. He was fastball changeup, that was it. Very few sliders he threw, and he got knocked out off the mound that night.
There's Mark Vientos.
The best thing you can have as a pitcher, and I've said this so many times, is a little bit of a mystery involved in your repertoire. He's added that element now with that slider.
Two 2-0 on Vientos.
Except he's sporting the beard over there, Michael.
And he's allowed over there.
Yeah.
Having a good year. And he's healthy, which has always been the key. He said today, if the Mets don't win the World Series, I want the Yankees to win the World Series. So he's rooting for the Yankees, his former teammates. Had a fun little back and forth with some ex-teammates that became public and became kind of a little bit of a controversy, where they were calling him afraid of facing them because he didn't face them in Citi Field. He's not supposed to face them in these 2 games, and he shot back and said, afraid? You guys have 2 hitters. And that became a big thing, and the Yankees had to answer questions about it. Boone had to answer questions about it. Those are Severino's numbers in 19 starts. Popped up. LeMahieu. 2 away. Let's hear from Severino.
Shout, I always talk the guys who've been through the Yankees and stay with the Yankees, and they talk about me when I diss the Yankees. Oh, you're afraid of us? But I say, I'm not afraid. You guys right now, you only have 2 good hitters. I can walk those 2 guys and be. But now, it's always a friendly competition against the players that you play with. It's gonna be fun. But hopefully in the future I can face them.
Anything said in jest becomes a story. And right now, a lot of the Yankee success does hinge on those 2 hitters. One-on-one. 1-1 on McNeil. Has always hit well against the Yankees. .330 hitter, 32 hits in 92 at-bats. fly ball right field. Soto is there. And Heel, another 3-up, 3-down inning against the Mets.
I love it when people say that something's impossible. I see that as a challenge.
Oh, what's up? You watching the game? Or maybe the one later? Put a little BetMGM action on it, and now any game becomes the game. When you got overs and unders, you're in it every time they throw the ball, kick the ball, dribble the ball. Maybe it's not even a ball. Who needs a ball? Now that bet's got you watching every inning, half, round, period, set, hole, a lap. Right from the edge of your seat.
I love my kids, but I also love not being broke. So this back-to-school season, I'm just gonna spend less on them. Amazon has low prices on everything kids need. Like a water bottle they definitely won't lose. Tablets. Sports stuff, for whatever sport this is. All the latest, lit, Rizzy Riz clothes. And lunch boxes for a homemade meal that they'll barely touch.
What? What the fudge?
So spend less on your little freeloaders with Amazon.
Is it possible to be more capable and more practical? Be able to perform here and here. Make a statement while barely making a sound. And command the road as well as what lies ahead. How we get there matters.
Well, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture was submitted by the Laporta family. Jack is looking forward to showing his brother Bo what being a Yankee fan is all about. Bo looks like he's ready. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Anthony Volpe leads off the bottom of the second. 0-0 game. Pitch outside 1-0.
Oh, look at this.
Nice. Subway Series spikes. 2-0. Volpe had a good series against Tampa Bay, 6 for 14. Had a home run yesterday, his first since May 16th at Minnesota. 2-1. Quintana, 35 years old, 13th big league season. Pitched for the White Sox, the Cubs, the Angels, the Giants, Pirates, the Cardinals, and now the Mets. That one is looped into right field. It is caught by McNeil. Nice play, covering a lot of ground for the first out.
Yeah, because he was playing up the middle. He got a really good angle to just run full speed at this ball. He didn't really have to go back and over. It just gave him an opportunity, but a good solid play.
Here's Gleyber Torres with one out. Driven out to right field and deep. Taylor back, track, wall. See ya! A home run for Torres. And the Yankees lead 1-0.
All of a sudden, Gleyber's been hunting the first pitch. He's made a couple outs in big situations during that, but not here. Fastball up and away, and he just lines it out of here for his 9th home run of the year.
Here's Verdugo. 1-0, ninth home run, 36 ribby for Torres. I think since the game against the Rays got a little blonder.
I was just going to say that he got a little work done, I think.
Yeah. Tips, I think they're called tips.
They were called tips back when my kids got them. I don't know what they're called anymore.
Shades of Chuck Knobloch back in the day. Nobby had the platinum look. Came in one day, just straight platinum.
Three 3-0. 3-1 on Verdugo. Alex had a hit yesterday. He has 1 for his last 22. Now 3-2 on the Yankee left fielder.
Yeah, ball up, and Quintana, a sinker ball pitcher. That's not where he wants his fastball. And Glaber looking out there. I mean, you really don't have to do anything but put a good swing on this to right center field at Yankee Stadium.
And the payoff. They'll do it again.
Two-seam grip. Sinker doesn't sink. We talked about the slugging percentage against Quintana this year. .526 coming into this game, slugging percentage. And the Yankees, on the other end, really good at that, hitting fastballs.
Up and in, Verdugo works a walk. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. Buy managed game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Here's Carlos Narvaez, one at bat in the big leagues, and he got a hit.
Man's leading the league, leading the world, hitting 1,000.
0-1. Wells caught all 4 games of the Tampa Bay series, so with a lefty on the mound, they thought they'd give Narvaez a start. Good defender, and he can hit.
Coney, you got to touch on it before the game. We were talking about this is defensively one of the guys they're really looking at. Huh?
Yeah, probably the best defensive catcher in the organization. He's got a cannon. We saw him framing already. He's done a good job.
One and two. LeMahieu was on deck. 1 on, 1 out. Yankees lead 1-0 on the Glaber home run. And Narvaez swings and misses over the curveball, 2 away.
As DJ LeMahieu comes to the plate here, I mean, so many good things happened yesterday in that blowout against Tampa Bay. DJ gets his first home run. 0 for 20. Verdugo gets a hit. Volpe has not had a home run. Why he gets a home run. So there's a lot of more free minds in this lineup after yesterday's game.
Pitch up and away to LeMahieu.
Well, just to get the ball off the ground, right? You get a hanging curveball, you stay back, you pull it, hit in the air. I mean, that's what DJ's been looking for. He's a line drive machine. He's not a ground ball machine, but he has a hard time getting it off the ground this year so far.
There's a line drive over the leaping try of Lindor for a base hit. Moving to second is Verdugo. So first and second for the Yankees with 2 outs, and back to the top of the lineup at Jahmai Jones.
Yeah, when DJ LeMahieu is right, it's fastballs to right center and hanging breaking balls are what he pulls. And that's what this is. A breaking ball, he's able, it just kind of speeds the bat up and he'll line it instead of rolling over it, staying through it and hitting a line drive.
A little different body language, right? Right there.
Is it me or is he showing a little more emotion this year than you've seen in the past?
No doubt about it. It's been so frustrating for him, and he knows he's better than this.
Jones fouls one off.
It's such an important bat here for Jones because if any way you can drive a runner or get on, Even with 2 outs, you've got Soto and Judge just lurking with an opportunity where you really can't pitch around them.
The 0-1. Couldn't hold up. Swings over the change, 0-2. In the rare starts that he's had, Jahmai Jones 9 for 29. That's 310. With a home run and 3 ribbies. Grounded out to third in the first. The 0-2. 1-2.
To perform at the major league level in India, it's hard. But when you're only getting, would you say, 30 at-bats so far, and it's past the All-Star break, so hard to keep your mind right and get your work in and put yourself in game situations during practice because you're not getting the reps in the game.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Jones down on strikes. But the Yankees get a run on 2 hits. They lead 2. And the run came on this swing. Gleyber Torres goes the other way. Into the short porch and right. 1-0 Yankees.
Dynamic air suspension. All-wheel steering. Configurable terrain response. Effortless in the extreme.
With Amazon's low back-to-school prices, you can spend less on school supplies, backpacks, and lunch boxes.
Crust again?
Yeah, again. Spend less on your kids with Amazon.
If you're finally ready to take a trip without the kids, why stay at a hotel with more kids? Get an Airbnb and have the place to yourselves.
All you have to do is just look into his eyes, and you know he's got it. There's no doubt he's doing exactly what he's meant to be doing.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Meet my boyfriend, Jake.
What's up, everyone?
What is all over your feet?
They're flowers. I study botany.
Resting dad face back there likes plants, too.
Grab some pruners. Let's prune.
The powerful new Kia K5 GT is here. Lease a new 2025 K5 LXS for $279 a month.
We go to the third inning, brought to you by Unity by Hard Rock. Yankees lead 1-0 on the Gleyber home run. Luis Gil has retired all 6 Mets that he faced over the first 2 innings, and now the bottom third of the order, starting with Luis Torrens. 19 games, and Torrens has hit 273. Started the season in the Yankee system, hit 279 with an 807 OPS in 30 games at AAA, then was traded to the Mets for cash on May 31st. And he had an out in his contract that if he wasn't called up before June, then he could become a free agent. So the Yankees, knowing that, and they were happy with their catching situation, they ended up essentially selling him to the Mets.
Well, Torrens definitely the backup. Francisco Alvarez, obviously their number 1, but good defensive catcher, throws well.
Three and one. He was with the Yankees this spring, and the Yankees had catching depth. You have Trevino and Wells. Then Rortvedt was traded to the Rays. He was out of options. Narvaez and Torrens and Augustine Ramirez. Never have enough catching, as they say, and pitching. As he works a walk, first base runner against Heel.
There's Austin Wells talking to Trevino over there. And Austin Wells has been swinging the bat a lot better. Home run yesterday, 3 hits, tied a career high for him. So he's doing good things behind the plate with the opportunity he's getting.
And Paul Aaron Boone was asked whether there was any consideration, even though there's lefty on the mound, of keeping Wells in there today because he has been swinging the bat well. And he said they kind of rode him a little bit hard after the All-Star break. They thought that this would be a good opportunity considering Narvaez has caught Heel quite a bit in the minor leagues. There's some comfortability there, and he expects that Wells is going to play against a lefty when Garrett Cole is on the mound tomorrow, so this looked like the best day to perhaps give him a little bit of a break.
And there's a strike to Taylor, 1-1.
Well, Boone's got some options when Quintana comes out of the game. So when the right-handed reliever comes in, he's going to have some weapons.
1-2. Strike 3. Taylor down looking. Third strikeout for Heel. Cody, congratulations on a beautiful first pitch. The Yankees gave you the honor of throwing out the ceremonial first pitch, 25th anniversary, a couple of days ago of your perfect game, and nice low strike to Ben Rice. Good job.
You hit the bottom of K-zone.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, had enough arc in it.
Stay out of the middle of the plate, Cody. You know better than that, right?
Now, did you take any throws before you made that?
No.
You haven't thrown in a while, I bet, right?
Nope, not in a long while.
Was this your first throw with the new hip?
Yes.
That worked out great.
I was a little worried about it.
We were more worried about your hip than your arm?
That would have been ugly. Dislocate my hip on the mound at Yankee Stadium. That would have not
would have worked for you.
Well, good job. And a nice honor, too.
Great honor. Love it. Thanks to the Yankees, Debbie Timon.
There's a strike, 2-1. Oh, then you got pictures with some big guys.
He gets it. Juan Soto, he understands.
You know, I've had a couple conversations with him, and it's just what you see on the field is what you get. He's a really nice guy. Some guys just don't even want to talk before the game. He's all into everything.
Very comfortable in his own skin.
Mm-hmm.
And why not?
Lined into center field. Judge retires Bader for the second out. Scott Boras, the super agent behind the plate today.
Scott Coney out thinking, just what kind of money could I get for Cone today, huh?
We could just get him to put a little pinky up to his lip, you know? Dr. No.
Yes.
Here's Francisco Lindor. 0-1, 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
It's funny because he planted the seed his first at bat with all the sliders. Now the 98-mile-an-hour fastball looks like that. It's just not, you can't just sit on that now from Heel.
You know, so much angst about Lindor's not the same player that he was with the then Indians. Well, in 6 years in Cleveland, he had a 118 OPS plus. 4 years with the Mets, 119 OPS plus. He's a great player.
Yeah, and defense has never wavered.
That one is lined down the right field line. It's a base hit. Cutting over is Soto to play it up the wall. Torrens is rounding third. They're going to hold him up right there. So it's a double for Lindor. Now the Mets have runners on second and third, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Nimmo. That's the first base hit of the game against Heel.
Well, the good news is there's 2 outs, and also the good news is this is where Yankee Stadium, there's a slider you're talking about, just didn't quite get in enough. But this is where Yankee Stadium can really help out a pitcher. Being this shallow down the line, you're able to get it in and keep that run from scoring from first base. Now you got an opportunity to still get out of this inning.
Yeah, luckily Torrens, the catcher, running.
Right.
So here is Nimmo. Big spot early for the Mets. They trail 1-0. We're in the top of the third. Foul back over the screen into the second deck behind the plate. Some Met fans trying to cheer for their team. Yankee fans defending their turf, getting a little angry. Little murmurs going on in the crowd.
I remember that from the first Subway Series, 1997. Yeah. We couldn't believe it. There was half Met fans at Yankee Stadium.
1-1. Right to Volpe. Nice hop. And he gets Nimmo. And Heel works into and out of trouble. Juan Soto, Aaron Judge coming up as we go to the bottom of the third.
May I have this dance?
I thought you'd never ask.
Your stomach and brain together at last. When delicious meets nutritious, it's all kinds of good.
With Amazon's low back-to-school prices, you can spend less on school supplies, backpacks, and lunch boxes.
Crust again?
Yeah, again. Spend less on your kids with Amazon.
I love it when people say that something's impossible. I see that as a challenge.
If it's always been a dream to go to Paris, why stay in a hotel on the touristy side of Paris? Get an Airbnb on the Paris-y side of Paris.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday.
Discover the Genesis Signature Event. For a limited time, lease the Genesis G70 for $349 per month, exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailers.
Bottom of the third coming up, brought to you by Unity by Hard Rock. And Juan Soto will start it off, and we are cooking up something special with Hexclad. 25 or more home runs in 5 seasons before age 26. Those are the players that Juan Soto joined. A-Rod, Jones, Pujols, Cabrera, and Trout. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. So 25 home runs for Soto. And he takes a strike from Quintana. Soto, Judge, and Davis. I don't think he loved that call. Hit sharply right at Alonso. He'll beat Soto to the bag. 1 away.
Looks like on the backswing, Juan Soto, barrel of the bat. Trying to got a piece of Torrens.
Now knocked his block off.
Wow, He's brought back some old memories. Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes. So here's Judge. Didn't see much to hit in the first inning and worked to walk. J.D. Davis is on deck. 1-0 Yankees on the second inning home run by Gleyber Torres. Fouled away.
You can really see sometimes Aaron Judge, especially here in Yankee Stadium, it almost looks like he's looking to go the other way. And off Quintana, you're not going to see much in. That pitch right there, it was almost forcing it to go that way.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to get much of it to get it out of here to right center.
1-1.
That pitch right there is a show-me pitch. That ball was not really intended to be a strike. It's just so he can go back away and try to get that outside cornerback by busting him in.
It's like a tennis match out there. Here, Quintana grunting every time he releases the ball.
Right.
Nolan Ryan used to do that on his changeup, little grunt changeup.
He used to, you know, though he was allowed to because he threw hard, really hard.
And Judge with another walk.
We have mics everywhere down there. We have great coverage on the mics. Shout out to the audio team, but yes, the best. John Boy knows it.
Here's J.D. Davis.
Wow.
1-0.
Well, you haven't played in a while. This will get your attention, huh?
That's why they call it chin music.
Grounded foul. The veteran lefty deals. Davis started the season with the Athletics, designated for assignment. Yankees looking to catch lightning in a bottle. A right-handed batter that historically has done okay against lefties. And here he is batting cleanup tonight against the Mets. 2-2. And this should be 2. There's 1. And there's 2. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've played 3.
May I have this dance?
I thought you'd never ask.
Your stomach and brain together at last. When delicious meets nutritious, it's all kinds of good.
Current eligible non-GM lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2024 Cadillac XT4 Luxury for around $409 per month. Visit your
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Buick. Visit your local Tri-State Buick dealers. By FanDuel. Opt into the $5 front rows promotion right now. $5 same game parlay bet enters you to win 2 front row seats to a Yankees game. By Yale New Haven Health, powering medical breakthroughs. And by Hyundai, with a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Pitch to Martinez is foul back. 0-1. One and one. Inside. Martinez struck out looking to end the first inning. Hill has given up 1 hit. That was a double Lindor in the third. Way outside. The Met offense has been a pretty sturdy offense. They score 4.83 runs per game. That's 8th in baseball. All of the other numbers quite representative. 250 batting average, that's 11th. On base 323, that's 8th. Slugging at 419, that's 7th. And 126 home runs, that's 5th.
Yeah, you remember, Michael, when we were in Citi Field, it's like everybody in their lineup was hot, and they were just running away with a lot of games offensively. They've slowed down somewhat, but still, they've got a good, solid offensive team. There again, you're looking slider in the back of your mind once in a while, Coney. This four-seamer, that actually has a little cut on it.
There's a strike to Alonso. Grounded up the middle. Volpe to the glove side. Gets Alonso. 2-away. Well, this week, watch Yankees minor league baseball on Yes as top prospect Spencer Jones and the Somerset Patriots take on the Portland Sea Dogs. Coverage starts tomorrow at 11 a.m. Then catch the next game of their series Thursday night at 7 p.m. on Yes and the Yes app.
Spencer Jones, a name that's being bandied about quite a bit this time of year. Yeah. He's got a lot of value. 5-tool player, potentially. Still kind of honing his skills in Double-A this year, figuring everything out, but coveted by a lot of teams as the trade deadline comes up.
Well, it's getting here closer and closer. You know, Coney, every year, as you remember, when you were in the running, you always wondered what your team was going to do. And, you know, there's been so many rumors going around. It's funny that the rumors usually don't happen. It's usually the guys you don't hear about end up walking into your clubhouse.
Trade deadline is July 30th, so a week from today. As Vientos swings and misses 1-2.
Be very surprised if both teams on the field tonight don't do something before the trade deadline, huh?
Absolutely. 2-2.
Problem is, this year it's such a seller's market because the expanded format of the playoffs keeps more teams in it.
Yeah.
Teams are still trying to figure out whether they're sellers or buyers.
Swing and a tip into the glove. of Carlos Narvaez. And Heel's dominance continues. 1, 2, 3, fourth inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth.
Come together with Unity by Hard Rock, and yes, enter to win an unforgettable trip to spring training, including a meet and greet with Yes announcers.
Oh, yes!
One grand prize winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, 4 nights at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, plus a $500 resort credit towards entertainment, dining, and more. 1,500 entrants will score a free 1-month subscription to the Yes app. To enter, sign up for a Unity by Hard Rock account and join the global loyalty program to earn rewards all over the world.
If it's always been a dream to go to Paris, why stay in a hotel on the touristy side of Paris? Get an Airbnb on the Paris-y side of Paris.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday.
I love my kids, but I also love not being broke. So this back-to-school season, I'm just gonna spend less on them. Amazon has low prices on everything kids need, like sports stuff, for a sport that they'll hate in 2 weeks.
Good morning with Docalax. Good morning. Yeah. Try Docalax Chewy Fruit Bites for fast and gentle constipation relief in as little as 30 minutes.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Cadillac scoreboard, 1-0 Yankees as we go to the bottom of the fourth. The only run in the game off the bat of Gleyber Torres, a home run the other way in the second inning. Anthony Volpe leads off. 1-0. Including tonight, 60 games remain for the Yankees in the regular season. They're 60-42. And for the Mets, this is their 100th game. So after tonight, there'll be 62 remaining for the Mets. Slowed down there by Quintana, but it still gets through for base hit for Volpe. He leads off the fourth with a single. It is time now to name that Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, the #1 pharmacist-recommended memory support brand. This one's supposed to be easy. 2,470 hits, 291 average, 288 home runs. A Yankee 06 to 08, the Met in 2014. A lot of time with the Phillies. I think I have it.
You're on fire this homestand, Michael. It's like when you have it, I'm out of the game. I don't even try anymore.
Why? I didn't tell you. You should try. Don't ever give up.
Well, you know, we're a team up here.
All right, so if I get it, you get it.
Yeah.
We've gotten very tight, David.
Yeah. Only took, what, 22, 23 years?
Yeah, it's the 23rd year. Finally kicked in. Ball in the dirt. Volpe goes for second. He's going to get there. Now will be a stolen base because he took off once the ball hit the dirt.
Yeah, it's a heads-up play. At first base, anytime you see the ball in the dirt, you should be heading towards second. It's extremely hard for a catcher to find the baseball, have enough time to make a good throw. I mean, this ball just went right in front of him. But by the time you check, find the baseball, and try to make an accurate throw, I think he has plenty of speed to get there easily.
Great secondary lead.
The 1-2. 2-2.
We saw Anthony Volpe get caught the other day from Fairbanks. But still, extremely good and high percentage is stealing third base.
Only been caught once in his young career. That was it. So he moves to second on what they officially call a wild pitch. The old inside move, trying to chase him back. Volpe lower in the lineup, really able to more employ speed into his game. And Torres works a walk. So first and second, nobody out, and that's going to bring up Verdugo.
You see Quintana a little distracted with Volpe on second base, and I've been there. I know the feeling, and it's almost like he didn't pick up the target there. He was looking at Volpe, making sure he stopped, and then whipped his head around and fired the pitch. And not even close for ball four.
Yes, it's so well known how good Volpe is. He's stealing third. You saw McNeil completely out of position, trying to hold him close, and Quintana trying to rush his pitches. So, you know, Volpe really affected that at bat.
Sometimes just the threat of speed is messed with me more on the mound than just go ahead and go already. Vince Coleman, just go already. You're driving me nuts.
So a little conference on the mound to settle down the veteran. And he'll face Verdugo, who walked in the second. And you see Mendoza is saying, hey, pay attention for the bunt. Missed outside. 1-0.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad time, obviously, to try to tack on a run, but you've got Narvaez on deck, who, you know, has got 2 major league at-bats. So, you know, if you want Verdugo to come out of things, he's the at-bats, and he's going to try to pull a bunt with him.
Oh, very dangerous play by Quintana. Ball almost stuck in his glove, so that's a sacrifice 1-3 as the runners move up.
We got ahead in the count. Good chance that you're going to see a strike. Verdugo option to try to, he just did not get it past the first baseman and the pitcher. He would have had a chance for a single. But again, now you've got a young player up here in a big situation. Infield in with a veteran pitcher that's going to try to make him leave the strike zone.
Well, the Mets bring the infield in. Second career sack bunt. Last one was at the Dodgers in 18. And there's a strike to Narvaez.
You can see the reaction of Verdugo in the dugout. He was a little upset. Well, if you're sacrificing, you're not upset. You know, if you're bunting for a hit and you didn't get it where you wanted to, that's what's frustrating.
You called it. He gets it by Quintana. It's a hit.
And the Mets can't say they were unaware. Their manager just showed them that very thing. And he said, watch out for the drag bunt. On the rookie catcher. He struck out in the second. One and two. Swing and a miss, chased upstairs. Narvaez strikes out for the second time. That'll allow the Mets to drop the infield back with 2 outs.
Yeah, again, a veteran pitcher knows how to pitch a young kid, and he had him out of the strike zone early in the count low and then put him away with a high fastball. A big out, Quintana.
So here's LeMahieu, singled to left in his first at bat. Up and away. Volpe's at third, Torres at second. Two and 0. Jahmai Jones, the leadoff batter, is on deck.
You know, Connie, if you're Quintana here, you know, even though DJ LeMahieu's hitting ninth and struggling, he's a veteran hitter. You don't give in. You've got a young kid on deck, even though he's a leadoff hitter.
I agree. Sometimes, you know, the veteran pitchers, you have a history against guys, and you respect veteran guys because you've been in the game a while. And you look on deck and you see somebody that's young, you're not giving in.
And a strike to LeMahieu.
Yeah, 3-0 changeup tells you something.
When you see a 3-0 changeup, we really can't use the phrase hitter's count anymore.
No, but you know what? In this situation, you're either trying to nibble or something. But a changeup is, as a hitter, is telling you, you know what? He's not going to give in. Again, there's a fastball just outside the zone. Now he's back in the count. And again, you're not going to see anything down the middle of the plate.
Second and third, 2 outs. 3-2 count on the number 9 hitter, third baseman DJ LeMahieu. Quintana deals. Fouled away.
It's such a weird at bat as a hitter because he starts off and then you see and all of a sudden now you're in a 3-2 count. Is he coming after me or is he not? You know, it becomes a head game.
Good spoil there from DJ, sitting off speed and spoiled that fastball.
Away.
It is really amazing, though, how defensive these swings look. They just look like you're trying to spoil pitches. It's not. You're not aggressive. You're not really turning on it. And it's just because the beginning of this count, you didn't really know if Quintana was going to come after you.
Yeah, and Quintana's unpredictable.
High fly ball, right field. Taylor in front of the track, puts it away. And that
This All-Star Weekend, Major League Baseball is partnering with T-Mobile to take the fan experience to the next level. From seamless stadium entry powered by T-Mobile's 5G network to testing new balls and strikes technology that makes every call the right call. Plus, with Magenta Status, T-Mobile customers score exclusive fan benefits. Swing into the future with T-Mobile, the exclusive 5G innovation partner of MLB.
Win an unforgettable trip to spring training, including a meet and greet with Yes announcers.
Oh, yes!
One grand prize winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, 4 nights at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, plus a $500 resort credit towards entertainment, dining, and more. 1,500 entrants will score a free 1-month subscription to the Yes app. To enter, sign up for a Unity by Hard Rock account and join the global loyalty program.
It's time for pitching decisions presented by Sage. David.
Well, a lot to talk about Luis Gil's new grip on this slider, and you can see it right there. That is what we call a two-seam oriented grip. You can see where his fingers are on the ball, and that's getting around it just a bit, but that creates the effect of more sweeping action, or what they call seam shifted wake, because of the way the seams are oriented. Now, generally speaking, you'd see more of a four-seam grip or a horseshoe grip that creates this four-seam gyro spin. With Luis Gil, and the theory is more of a two-seam oriented grip that gets the seams going this way. And that's what creates a different orientation with the seams and gets you some extra movement or some sliding, sweeping action that a lot of pitchers are talking about. That was kind of coined by Dr. Barton Smith out of the University of Utah State. And he came up with this term, seam shifted wake. And it's the way the wind shear off the seams can create a little extra movement on that slider and sweeping action. It's been very effective for Luis Gil. The tweak on the grip coming at you. You can see that sort of two-seam orientation, the way those seams are moving. It creates some wind shear and extra movement that's really been effective for Luis Gil.
Good stuff. 0-1 as McNeil fouls it back. Is it unusual, David, that it has not been more prevalent?
I actually threw my slider with a two-seam grip, a two-seam orientation, and I always wondered who else would use that type of grip.
It's going to be a tough play, and there will be no play as McNeil picks up a hit.
Well, as a hitter, you love it because you feel like this makes up for one of those hard line drives. But no play for DJ LeMahieu and no reason to let it roll any longer.
Two former teammates, Smiles, J.D. Davis, and Jeff McNeil. Here's Torrens. Walked in the third. Pitch upstairs.
Hitters always feel like they were owed one when you get a hit like that.
Yes, yeah.
The pitchers were going, you kidding me?
Exactly. I threw my pitch and I got that.
You know, Michael, I think analytics has really helped. The high-speed cameras has shown us, you know, how the grip affects movement, and we can really measure things so much better nowadays, and that's why pitchers are so ahead of the curve. They're sharing grips. They're getting instant feedback. You're getting measurements on vertical and horizontal movement, which gives you that instantaneous feedback, so you can make changes like we've seen Luis Gil seemingly overnight come up with a new grip and a slider that has become his #1 pitch. "72 pitches, 33 sliders." I mean, that's out of nowhere. He was throwing almost no sliders, or almost 5% or less in the first several starts.
You know, it's amazing to learn a pitch and have it in the bullpen, but you've seen it in big situations. You've seen him throw it in 2-0 counts, 3-1 counts, so immediately he has a feel for the ball and how to control it.
Here's his arsenal. StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. Big change over the last two starts.
More than double the usage, and that's up even in this game even more.
Punched out right field, soft one, and it goes into the right for a base hit. Stopping at second is McNeil.
You know, there's 2 hits back-to-back, Coney, that if you added them together probably wouldn't hit the speed limit, exit velocity, but both of them have found a hole. One of them didn't leave the infield. This one just happened to find a gaping hole on the right side. But you got to deal with it. Maybe the next one's a hard ground ball for a double play.
This is when you really judge a young pitcher. Keep your composure, keep making your pitches.
fly ball, deep left field. Verdugo back, still back on the run. He can't make the play. It's up against the wall. McNeil goes to third. He had a hold up. Torrens then stops at second. And the bases are loaded with the Mets.
I don't know, McNeil, I think, thought Verdugo was going to catch this ball easily. It was a tough play off the bat, but he actually did get there. Would have been a tremendous play. I think he was kind of feeling the wall, and the wall wasn't there yet. Judge gets it in easily. And we had an easy out at second base on the round, too, because McNeil was held up. But nobody home.
And Matt Blake will go out and talk. You know, you talk about that new slider. And the Mets are having to deal with it right now. And one of the reasons they have to deal with it is because of Luis Severino. He and Heel are close. And so Heel got roughed up at Citi Field. And Severino talked about holding his slider differently because they are close. Now, he should have probably withheld that until they faced him again, but...
Maybe tonight, huh?
Yeah, but obviously Severino had something to do with this as well.
And Verdugo really, you saw Aaron Judge talking to him, he really did get a great jump on that ball. Looked like he was going to have a play, and it almost, you could see him flinching like he was going to hit the wall, and wasn't quite there yet.
That might be the longest single Taylor's ever going to hit. So here's Harrison Bader. Yankees in at the corners, back for the double play at short and second. Fights that off and fouls it off.
Again, off the bat, I mean, you have to at least go halfway if you're McNeil, but he read Verdugo making that play. Was not made. Aaron Judge gets a quick carom and gets it in. No runs scored, but Yankees still in trouble here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
How do you play that as a base runner? You're supposed to be halfway? Or
at least halfway.
At least halfway, right?
And then you would score easily.
Torrens almost ran past McNeil. He held up so much. The 1-1. Foul back.
Yeah, McNeil caught himself like just a few feet off the bat.
Yeah.
And
almost like he was going to make that great read and then tag up if he made a good play. But you can't give a run away trying to tag up. I mean, that ball was hit too deep, at least halfway. You've got a chance to still get back to second base.
Big spot in the game for Heel. Yankees lead 1-0. Bases loaded with Mets. Nobody out here in the fifth. McNeil's at third, Torrens at second, and Taylor is at first.
Well, Hill's right where he wants to be with 2 strikes.
High fly ball, shallow right. This should not get in a run. Soto makes the catch, fires in, and McNeil stays where he is. Good one-hop throw.
I can't tell you enough about this slider. I mean, Harrison Bader's a fastball hitter, and you know he was kind of defensively trying to foul these balls off because he was ahead in the count with the slider, and now the fastball's kind of by you. See, that's not an aggressive swing. That's just trying to put the bat on the ball. Good solid throw by Soto. Number 1 hopper.
Upstairs.
Ooh.
Luis Heel going full windup here. Bases loaded, 1 out.
The 1-0. 2-0. Lindor, very dangerous hitter. Has always hit well against the Yankees. Michael Tonkin getting ready for the Yanks.
Well, in the first inning, he was in this situation too of Lindor, and he went with a slider. You got to trust that fastball. You know, he jammed. It was great location right there.
And it hits Lindor to tie the game. Trying to come in, and he hit him. So McNeil will score. Lindor will get an RBI. The game is tied at 1. The bases remain loaded.
Again, you don't want to leave that fastball in a fastball situation. You've got to get it in. Just got it in there a little bit too much. Unfortunately, hits the back elbow. Scores a run for the Mets.
Lindor obviously in some pain. The athletic trainer and Carlos Mendoza come out to take a look.
If Boring had a workout, it would be the wall sit. I should probably take a break soon.
So the Mets have tied the Yankees as they have put together 3 straight singles and a hit by pitch to force it a run. And Lindor will stay in the game. That's his 55th ribby and a painful one at that. Torrens at third, Taylor at second, Lindor's at first, with Nimmo at the plate. Nimmo 0 for 2. Nimmo 2 for his last 22. 9th in the National League with 63 ribbies. That one's drilled deep to right field, and it hooks foul. Yankees back for the double play. LeMahieu about on the lip of the grass at third. 2-1 on Nimmo.
And I would really imagine in these situations, Coney, when you're pitching, you've really got to get back to the old cliche, that one pitch at a time. You can't get ahead of yourself. Too many bad things can happen.
There's a strike on the slider, 2-2.
So true. You really pay attention to rhythm and tempo now when you're evaluating a pitcher, and you can see that slider usage tonight with 2 strikes against lefties. So good chance it's coming again.
Swing, a foul ball. No, it was not. He swings and misses. Ball was dropped by Narvaez as Nimmo down on strikes.
That actually almost had 2 seam action. We saw one earlier that it kind of cut. This ball actually kind of tailed and stayed out there away. And you, Michael, you said about his numbers for his last 22 at-bats. And the unusual thing is that's his 11th strikeout in that little slump. And he's not a strikeout guy, so he's struggling.
J.D. Martinez lost one to right field. Soto has room. Soto makes the play, and Heel avoids major damage. The Mets tie the score. It's 1-1. We're halfway through. Lost one to right field. Soto has room. Soto makes the play, and Heel avoids major damage. The Mets tie the score. It's 1-1. We're halfway.
Come together with Unity by Hard Rock, and yes, enter to win an unforgettable trip to spring training, including a meet and greet with Yes announcers.
Oh, yes!
One grand prize winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, 4 nights at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, plus a $500 resort credit towards entertainment, dining, and more. 1,500 entrants will score a free 1-month subscription to the Yes app. To enter, sign up for a Unity by Hard Rock account and join the global loyalty program to earn rewards all over the world.
Your stomach and brain together at last. When delicious meets nutritious, it's all kinds of good.
RedCrossBlood.org MotorolaGuide.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Say hello to the new Motorola Razr Plus 2024, giving you intelligent new ways to interact, capture, and create. Motorola Razr Plus is the official smartphone of the New York Yankees. Register for early access on Motorola.com.